Matugga, Semuto, Kapeka, with a loop through Karasa, Ndeje to Bombo. Oluguudo lwe Semuto olwa Matugga, Semuto Kapeka, contract tugenda gisayininga ku Balaza. Nalulwa ebyentambula mu kitundu kino ekyeruweero. Naye ng'era tulina mu pulaani okola design ey'ab'obulenzi eya oluguudo oluva Kabimbiri Zirobwe olugenda ne lutuuka Bamunanika ne lutuuka ew'obulenzi. Ate era ne Zirobwe Kikyusa Kamira bamugolodde Kazwama okutuuka Nakasongola. Ezo z'enguudo z'etteekateeka okukola. Nga plan ya gavumenti bweri kati enguudo ze tunaba kuteekako kolasi olwa bunafu bw'ensawo tujja kuba nga tuzirongoosa nga tuziteekako malamu nga tuzikola bulungi nga lwa malamu naye nga luguudo lulungi kubanga emyaka gino olw'essente okuba nti zonna teziriiwo buli kimu tetuyinza kukikola mulundi gumu. I was just informing the public that we are going to have the priority of those roads which I've mentioned. Where we have not yet started tarmacking, we are going to ensure that they are very good gravel roads. And that's what we are going to do. And the roads I've mentioned are the ones on the priority. I want to request the people of Luweero and those areas where these projects are going to be, first of all, to identify themselves with these projects, because these are their projects, not to say government projects. You know, enguudo ze bakola zammwe n'olwekyo mubeere nga mubeera mutunula ne mulaba biki ebikolebwa. Bwe mulaba ekitali kituufu, abakulu weebali, baddiso weebali, RDC n'ebirala. Naye kye mbasaba bannange, temubba bikozesebwa ku nguudo okwo, kubanga bwe mubibba ate muba mukoze bubi. Oluguudo lwanditute miliyoni 10 tuba tulina kulukolera miliyoni 2.5 kubanga ate ebintu mubibba. N'olwekyo nsaba abakulembeze tubeere n'obuvunaanyizibwa ku nsonga eyo. Ekyo sijja kikyusa mu luzungu kubanga abalala bayinza obiwulira besaagala babiwulire bagambe nti bannayuganda babbi. Tubeere n'obuvunaanyizibwa, tuleme kukola bitaliiyo. N'olwekyo njagala buli omu avunaanyizibwe ku nsonga zino. Wabula ate n'ekirala kye mbasaba nti projects zino bwe ziba ziyita mu kitundu kyo naddala abavubuka mufune emirimu. The youths in these sectors where the roads are going to be made, be ready to be employed on the projects, but you must be ready to work. Be ready to be employed because there will be opportunity for employment, but also be ready to deliver. In addition to that, government has decided that this coming financial year, every district and every municipality and every city will be given 1 billion shillings to maintain the roads, in addition to the roads, the funds which are given every quarter to the road fund. So, government yasazeewo mwaka guno nti buli district, buli city, buli municipality egenda jongera biliyoni 1 ya sente bongera okulaba nga batereza amakubo mu bitundu byabwe. Ate ekirungi district n'ezeruweero zirina ebyuma, n'olwekyo sente zino tusaba muzikozese bulungi. Nsaba bamemba ba parliament ku district road committee mulabe nga sente zino tezibula zigende okukola egyo emirimu gyennyini gye zisuubirwa okukola. Olunaku si lwange, njagala kwebaza omukisa ogumpeereddwa okulambulula ku nsonga y'amakubo n'ebyentambula mu district eno ey'Eruweero. I want to thank you very much for offering me the opportunity to clarify on the roads network in this area and the plans to have them made better. Because without roads, even production cannot be supported. Tulina okukola amakubo kubanga ate kati babadde PDM mugenda kulima mugenda kweyongerako naye ate toyinza kulima nga tosobola kutuusa bintu mu katale. N'olwekyo ensonga eyo lwaki amakubo gano tujja gakola. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Thank you very much, Honorable General Katumba Wamala. Naye, Honorable, waliwo districts enene ezeetaaga ebyuma nga 2. Waliwo ng'eno Luweero nene nnyo yandyetaaze ekyuma ekirala. Ne Isinjiro ndowooza simanye ne Kasese singa tufunayo ebyuma eyo yonna Luweero anti Luweero Rwenzori.
Kituufu ensonga eyo yali yatuuka dda ne wa mukama waffe President okusaba kwe Luweero kwajja nti district nene amakubo mangi unity emu tebamala wabula olw'okuba nti obufunda bw'ensawo bukyaliwo kati ate nga waliwo ne district ezitannaba kufuna byuma. Twasazeewo district ezo ezitannaba kufuna byuma 15 oba 16 zisooke zifune. Ezinaba zimaze okufuna then tutukomewo emabega tulabe district ezeetaaga okwongeramu nga ssente zifunise twongeremu. Wabula bulijjo ba chairman ba district bano bamanyi nti baba balina obwetaavu bajja ne tukwatagana. Ate Luweero erina omukisa tutadde wano training ya abakola ba operator ab'ebyuma ebyo egenda kubeera wano si wala nnyo okuva wano zinindo za kilomita nga 5 okuva wano. Wagenda kubeerawo training center ejja kubeeramu ebyuma byonna. Kati baba bakola practical nga bamaze okusoma mu class bagenda okukola practical bajja kukolagana ne district y'e Luweero babeere nga bakolera practical ku nguudo ezo Luweero zetesobola kukola. N'olwekyo mwe mulina omukisa nti mulinawo ate ekijja okubayamba. Mwebale nnyo.
Thank you very much for that information, General Katumba. I would like to introduce members of NRM SEC. Please stand up. I don't know who is present and who is not. Please stand up for recognition. Waliwo groups nyingi ezivudde mu bitundu bya Uganda bingi ezize wano ku mukolo supportinga movement, abaana ba movement, friends of president, waliwo ne revolutionary guards group eya my brother there Nzeire Shedrack ne groups endala zonna ezize. Tubasanyukidde mwebale kujaguza omukolo gwammwe ogw'abazirwanako aba heroes. At this juncture, I would like to take this singular honor to invite Honorable Mire Babaranda, Minister of Presidency, to come and invite the guest of honor. Thank you very much.
The Right Honorable Robina Nabanja Msafiri, Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business, representing His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and National Chairman of the mighty party NRM, retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum, member of the royal family of Dubai, and your delegation, the Third Right Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister without portfolio, Right Honourable Lukia Isanga Nakadama, the Honourable SEC members, the Honourable Ministers present, the Honourable Members of Parliament present, historical members, all members of the Diplomatic Corps present, former senior leaders, all historicals present, the traditional leaders present, the clergy, the district leadership of Luweero, all men and women in uniform, the media fraternity, the bazzukulu ba President Museveni, all the people of Luweero, our hosts, ladies and gentlemen. Haji Sseddunga ne bannaluweero mwenna twesiimye okutukyaza mu kitundu kino. Tuli wano olwaleero kubanga mwebala okwagala ensi yammwe, mwebala okubeera ba mwoyo gwa ggwanga. On behalf of the National Organizing Committee, I wish to welcome our chief guest, the Right Honourable Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business, to Kasala Catholic Parish grounds here in Butuntumula Sub-County in Luweero District. Right Honourable, this place and its history is well known to His Excellency the President. And without any doubt, I need to say that we are here today to remember his personal sacrifices and commitment to liberate this country. It's unfortunate that some of our freedom fighters were not able to complete the struggle. They lost their dear lives at the hands of ruthless and heartless soldiers implementing very lamentable orders of the bad regimes. Right Honourable, at times I am deeply distressed when I hear some leaders making reckless statements and not acknowledging the struggle to liberate Uganda, where we lost many of our gallant sons and daughters. Right Honourable, this is not only a mindset change, but it is largely an ideological gap. However, I am quite delighted about His Excellency. The President is the elective to my young sister Natasha Karugire to visit the families of the fallen foreigners, freedom fighters, and come up with a documentary showing how the fighters were violently murdered for the commitment and braveness in the struggle for a free Uganda. Indeed, very few people understood the President's most recent visit to Maluku in Mbale. Right Honourable, if Natasha comes out with this documentary that gives a picture of the liberation struggle and the freedom fighters who lost their lives, it will help to change the mindset of some of our leaders who go around making reckless statements. This documentary will bring out better the meaning of this day by showing how our heroes sacrificed their lives, and also to inspire many of our young leaders who are taking up leadership positions and roles in this country. It would also be good for Mrs. Natasha Karugire to not only consider the phase of the Foronasa struggle against the Idi Amin regime, but to also document the NRA struggle. If we put this together, it will help to build a complete picture of the struggle to liberate Uganda and for the people of Uganda to love their country and understand their history. It's important that our leaders do not take the freedom, the rule of law, and the stability that we now enjoy for granted. Right Honorable, as we remember all the above fallen freedom fighters, it is, however, particularly important that we honor and recognize His Excellency President Museveni's individual contribution, especially during his lifetime. President Museveni is not only our hero for leading a bush war that liberated Ugandans from a sad chapter of extrajudicial killings, he has also liberated the economy of this country and set us to a clear path to a middle-income status. We may take time to realize this, but we are sure to get there under his wise leadership. His clear-headed leadership and vision have seen all parts of Uganda expand significantly the physical infrastructures and human capital development unmatched in the history of Uganda. Right Honorable, the President's current vision to grow household incomes for our people through the PDM cannot be taken for granted. For us who have recently sat under his teachings at Chankwanzi, we have a special appreciation for his vision for this country. I therefore appeal to all the leaders that have been at Chankwanzi to carry his message to the grassroots. If you can change your people using this wealthy building message, you will have turned yourself into heroes to be celebrated by the communities. Heroes are not only those who use the gun to liberate their country, but even those who apply their leadership and mobilization skills to change the people are heroes that should be celebrated. I cannot end without appreciating the great work done by the National Organizing Committee, NOC, led by the Secretary Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande. I thank you very much for a very colorful event of today. At this juncture, allow me to invite the Right Honorable Prime Minister and Chief Guest, representing His Excellency the President, to address us. I thank you, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, and I say all this for God and my country. I thank you.
Bannayuganda bannange mwenna, Omukama mulungi. Njagala okubatuusaako okulamusa okuva ow'ekitiibwa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Ssaabalwanyi atasobodde kubeera wano naffe olw'okuba mumanya ensonga. Ampadde speech ye era njagala gisoma, naye ab'ebitiibwa mwenna mukkirize mbyanjule ab'ebitiibwa abali wano. Your Excellency Sheikh Maktoum bin Muhammad from UAE. Bana President yakyaziza omugenyi ow'amaanyi ennyo okuva UAE, investor munene w'amaanyi, era tuli naye wano. Mbadde nsaba muwe omukisa nga sinasoma speech ya President ababuuzeeko naye ng'ekigendererwa ababadde naffe mu
Say what? Mrs. Yost can't come to the phone. She's buried beneath my begonias.
okulaba abantu emirimu gye mukoze ebibala bye muyina President n'ayiiya abaleetera investor asobole okubirima investor uyaawo. Simanyi oba kikkirizibwa oba tekikkirizibwa, n'ali muwadde omukisa n'ababuuzaako oyo omuntu munene nnyo. Let me now take this opportunity to invite you, Sheikh Maktoum, to come and greet Ugandans, and thereafter I will give the President's speech. Muzeeyi mumulaba nti afaayo, bannaluweero mwina omukisa, bano bagenda tandika na wano.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellencies, the Ministers, I would like to appreciate, and it's an honor to me being over here with my family members. All of you are family to me. We are here to support, to be with you, and we are one family, and inshallah we will always stay as one. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Mwongere engalo n'emiziro egy'amaanyi abo bagenyi ba muzeeyi. The Right Honorable Rukia Nakadama, the Third Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Ministers and the Ministers of State, His Excellency Edward Sekandi, the Vice President Emeritus, the Deputy Secretary General of the NRM Party, the Honorable Members of SEC, the Honorable Members of Parliament, the Service Chiefs, the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, the permanent secretaries, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors, and all of you fellow Ugandans, ladies and gentlemen. Mukkirize nsome speech ya Mukama waffe. Abalwanyi, abaana baffe n'abazzukulu, greetings. Congratulations on reaching this 42nd anniversary of Heroes Day. To inform the bazzukulu, especially our armed struggle started on 6 February 1981. The attack was partially successful, but it launched us into the struggle. We then withdrew to Chiboga area and came disarming police posts along the way. We got a good RPG 7B at Isunga Police Post in Buyaga. And on 7th, we disarmed the police stations at Bukomero, Busunju, Kasanda, Bukuya, Bukwiri. By 9th of February, we therefore had 60 rifles, having started with only 27 rifles on the 6th of February 1981. However, on the 9th February, the government forces attacked us at our base camp when many of us were out. So that the 4 sections I had formed on 7th of February at Budimbo lost contact, but remained intact. I remained with Section 1 and 4 with Magara and Muchunguzi. Tumwine remained with Section 2, Mugabi with Section 3 in the Bukwiri area. When the government forces came to our camp at Kagobe, I had gone to Chikubo, Bukomero. We withdrew to Dr. Sebuliba's farm at Kagali until we linked up again with all the 4 sections. Then, on 18th February, Tumwine raid a good ambush against government forces at Chekumbia. I told him not to charge equipment. We just wanted to send a message to the government that we were there. The RPG was fired by Anthony Chakabale, and the lorry was completely destroyed. We then had a very successful attack on Ukakiri on the 6th April, where we captured a mortar 60 millimeters, a GPMG, and a number of rifles. In the meantime, the recruitment was expanding. I therefore, at Chererezi, sometime in May, formed more sections and also the bush battalions. Abdunasa, Mondelen, Kabarega, and Nkuruma. After forming these units, I spent a few nights with Lutamaguzi at his small house at Chikandwa, and then Lutamaguzi walked with me during the night marches to Migade at Semakula's place, where I met Muhammad Al-Faj, Muammar Gaddafi envoy that invited me to visit Libya. This must have been in May, because after some days, I shifted from Migade to Matuga, where I stayed with Chobe for about a week or more. On 6 June 1981, I was picked by one of our supporters, Sikubabo Cheyune, driven me through bad roads up to Katebo landing site, where I entered Lutaya's boat and headed for Kenya. It was while I was in Kenya that I learned that our Chikandwa cell had been attacked by Baziri Okero, and 9 of our people had been killed. These include Adrien Lutamaguzi, Babumba, Matayo Nkagirwa Omusomesa, Sebastian Sentongo Kawonao, Ntamukiza Dan, Lirisa Kirumira, Sebewo Segirinya, Reuben Gita, Chibuka Festo, and Kibirige Reuben. There was no trial and they were not armed. Why kill them like that? Yes, they were our supporters. But the Okeros knew the issue of the unsolved political issues of Uganda. In any case, there was no trial. However, the actions of the Bazirios were futile. The Lutamaguzis died heroically. Lutamaguzi told them, Temurajana, do not yell. They were cut with pangas. However, the UNLA were doomed. I met Muammar Gaddafi on the 21st of June 1981. He immediately gave me 92 rifles, 5 RPGs, 8 FN machine guns, and 100 landmines. The landmines record havoc on the indisciplined, poorly led, and lazy but cruel UNLA. Too lazy to walk on foot and poorly led, they kept on zooming around in lorries full of soldiers, and they were good meat for our landmines. At Tituma, at Kilasa, at Kapeka, etc. By August 1981, the Rural Triangle had become a no-go zone area for the UNLA. I arrived back on 9th December 1981. In 1982 to 83, the UNLA launched a strategic counter-offensive, and we made a strategic withdrawal from the Upper Bulemezi to Lower Bulemezi and Singo until 1984. The 20th of February, when we attacked Masindi and captured a lot of equipment. On the 30th of June, we attacked Hoima and got scores of rifles and money from UCB. On the New Year's Day, 1985, we attacked Kabamba and got all the guns that had eluded us in 1981. By March 1985, a strategic equilibrium had been created. We were too strong for the enemy to defeat us, but we were not strong enough in numbers and equipment to defeat UNLA in Kampala and also control the whole country. Hence, on 12th March 1985, at Kaumu, I separated from the main force under Saleh, embarking on another journey to meet our good friend Muammar Gaddafi, so that we get guns to break the stalemate. By this time, using the guns we had captured from government, now totaling to 2,100 or even more, I had created the following battalions of the mobile brigade. 1st Battalion, Pecos Kutesa and Mujisa. 3rd Battalion, Patrick Lumumba. 5th Battalion, Kasaka and Kasirinji. 7th Battalion, Chaligonza and Muhanji. 9th Battalion, Kihanda. 11th Battalion, Chefe Ali. All these were under Saleh as the mobile brigade commander. Then there were the zonal forces. Abdul Nasser black bomber. Then Lutamagzi unit had been added, Kabarega, Nkuruma, and Mwanga. On account of the blows we administered to the UNLA, they were mutinied on the 27th of July and overthrew Obote. We were ready to work with them. However, insincere politicians were misleading these simple soldiers, telling them to move without NRA, a serious miscalculation. Just before the collapse of Obote, Muammar Gaddafi had parachuted for me 1 million rounds in an Illusion 76 in Iruhalo's farm in Ngoma. He added another 800 rifles. I managed to connect with Mwalimu Nyerere. Before he retired, he gave me 5,000 rifles and 1 million rounds. That was the end of the UNLA. I created new and bigger battalions and also increased the manpower of the old ones. Some of the battalions in the effect regiments had 1,900 fully armed officers and soldiers. And these were 13th Regiment, Ivan Koreta, 15th Regiment, Samson Mande, 17th, Adam Waswa, 19th Regiment, Peter Karim, 21st Regiment, Benon Tumukunde. There was also a task force under Jet Mwebaze. All the other earlier battalions were now in effect regiments with manpower hovering around 1,500 per each or more. It is this force that captured Kampala. This is a brief story of the heroic people's struggle. After the victory in Kampala, we had to liberate the whole country and rebuild it and grow it. On the economy side, we have made the 4 steps I talked about in the State of the Nation address. These are minimum recovery, stop magendo, stop Chibanda, stop kusamura. Magendo was smuggling. Chibanda was forex black market. Kusamura was speculation. Expand the recovered economy. That is, grow more coffee, more tea, more tourism, etc. Diversify the economy. Produce new products for money. That is maize, sugarcane, cassava, milk, beef, etc. Build knowledge economy of automobiles, vaccines, pharmaceuticals from indigenous research, etc. With more money for the government, start pro-people social programs such as health and free education. You have seen how immunization has boosted our population from 14 million people to now 44 million people. Where is polio, measles, diphtheria, smallpox, etc.? Immunization has been a total success. It is on the tourism side that we have the problem of stealing drugs. Your MPs should work with the Ministry of Health to stop this theft. On implementing free education, we are going to make a fresh strive a fresh drive which your local leaders should support to ensure that there is no charges in government schools. Education and health are not businesses, as some people think, especially for the poor. They are a minimum public good. The parasites who regard education and health as business, especially for the poor, must be firmly opposed. They are ruining the future of our children. The completion rate in primary schools is only 31%. This means that if 100 children start in primary 1, by the end of primary 7, 69, that is 2007 and 2013, will have dropped out. This is what I wanted to cure in 1986 when I started UPE and USE later. However, the money seekers have been undermining this by failing to control the greedy and short-sighted government school managers. They are responsible for the school dropouts. Coming to infrastructure, although initially the government did not have enough money, we managed to tarmac Mityana Mubende Fort Portal Road and also reconstruct the Mityana Kampala section. We have tarmacked Busunju Chiboga Hoima and reconstructed Busunju Kampala section. We tarmacked Matuga Semuto Kapeka. We reconstructed the Kampala Guru Road that goes through the heart of Luwero Triangle. We tarmacked Kasanga Tizirobwe and Gayaza Karagi. We tarmacked Mukono Kayunga, Kangurumira, Jinja. All these roads were Maram roads except the one of Guru, which we reconstructed. It is therefore not correct to say that on the infrastructure side, the NRM has forgotten the Luwero Triangle people, because those who say that they are in the tradition of NRA should know that there was no Kirombe quarry of money. Money is a result of the struggle and has got many demands. Electricity wires have reached many places. I saw those wires in Ngoma and Chankwans. The other pending roads for tarmacking are well known to me because I walked along them on foot. And these are Luwero, Butalangwa, Ngoma, Bulyamusenyu, Masindi. Olwo Mukulu Katumba yalwogeddeko. Zirowe, Chichusa, Bamugolode, Kajwama. Nakasongola, Kandudde muluno. Zirowe, Kichusa, Bamugolode, Kijwama, Nakasongola. Myanzi, Kasanda, Bukuya, Chiboga. Mityana, Sekanyonyi, Busunju. Kanoni, Manyi, Mityana. Butalangwa, Kapeka, Kakinga, Nakwaya. Mawale, Masulita, Kakiri. Wobulenzi na Kaseke, Kapeka. Bombo, Ndeje, Makulubita, Karasa, Nendala. With our oil money, it will be easier to do all these roads. As of now, we do not have a Kirombe of money. We have been struggling, and we have done so well. On the issue of homestead incomes, our Luweero Triangle, let me repeat this. On the issue of homestead incomes, our Luweero Triangle has two parts: the crop area, that is Semuto, Nakaseke, Kapeka, Zirobwe, and also the cattle corridor, that is Ngoma, Wachato, Chenkwanzi, Dwaniro, Nakasongola, Masindi, etc. In the year 2013, when I deployed General Saleh's Operation Wealth Creation, I told them to first give the free coffee seedlings to the families of the fighters first. The following army officers were responsible for the following areas. 1. Brigadier Jacob Asimwe and Brigadier Abiriga, Mwanga Unit. Number 2, Colonel Sechanzi and Colonel Karuhanga, Ngoma Unit. Number 3, Lieutenant Colonel Ruas and Colonel Kadu, Kabalega Unit. Number 4, Colonel Sambwa and Kiriowa, Modeling Unit. Number 5, Brigadier Sega Mwenge and Colonel Muwanguzi, Bulemezi Singo. They say that they distributed 43,891,19 seedlings of coffee in Luweero district, and 11,320,000 in Nakaseke district between the year 2013 and the year 2021, when we changed to the parish development model and Emyoga. What happened to these coffee seedlings? When I came to Luweero Triangle, I saw some good gardens. What is happening now? In the cattle corridor, the dairy industry has caught on. Yet we did not give free cattle to those people. We only brought Njiri guidance from the experiences in Nyabusozi, Kazo, and a few milk coolers from government. Study the Kaumu model and copy it. The ones in the cattle corridor improve the pasture and do not go back to the bakafiri of land and property fragmentation when the head of the family dies. On the issue of Kasimo, the Ministry of Luweero Triangle has so far given out a total of Uganda shillings 230 billion. We got this money. Who got this money? I know by name those who gave us a bibira, area by area. Mondelen, it is Sejirinya of Kanyanda, Omuzuk, Omukaikuru, and Lulika of Mugogo, Lutu of Kanyanda, Kezironi Sonko of Kitema, Masanga, Kitema Masanga, Kalibala of Kaumu, Majambere of Kitebere, etc. It is easy to remember all our supporters. Nagawa of Kagembe, etc. I have given a lot of information to Alice Kaboyo. Therefore, use all these government programs and get out of poverty. The issue of mile should not be a problem. In the land law of the 1998, we provided that nobody should be evicted. The Busulu had a ceiling of 1,000 initially, and nobody could kutema, reduce all on your chibanja. Where is the problem? Then, if people are being evicted, it means that the local leaders are not doing their work. Ministers Nabakoba and Mayanja know how to defend your chibanja against the colonial Maryland system. Use them. Ladies and gentlemen, the President ended by wishing you good luck. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Sabarwani.
Allow me to thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for the message you have given us from His Excellency, the President. The Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, our chief guest today, I would like to request you to allow me to invite the Director of Ceremonies for the Chancery for the program on the award of medals. Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Our chief guest, Ma'am Robina Nabbanja, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda. Cabinet Ministers present, Permanent Secretaries present, Service Chiefs, Honorable Members of Parliament present, their worship, the religious leaders, their excellencies, the high commissioners and ambassadors present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On this year's Heroes' Day celebrations, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Defense Forces is pleased to recognize by awarding medals to befitting citizens of Uganda, and to do the presentation is me, Major General George Igumba, the Master of Ceremonies to the Chancery, as per Section 14(1) and 2 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended. Now, therefore, in accordance with Section 3, Part 2 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda has approved the award of medals to 51 persons, among whom 7 are female and 45 male, during this year's Heroes' Day celebrations. The medals are the Masaba Star Medal, the Nalubale Medal, the National Independence Medal, Diamond Jubilee, Personal Sacrifice Medal for the police, Royal Triangle Medal for the UPDF, and Long Service Gold 30 years plus Police Medal. The names of the 51 awardees were duly considered by the Presidential Awards Committee, comprising of 9 eminent persons, with Ambassador Beatrice Wabdea as the chair and Hajat Zamina Malole as the secretary, under the supervision of the Minister for the Presidency, Honorable lw'abazira. The medals have been grouped as follows: the Masaba Star Medal 2 pieces, the Nalubale Medal 16 pieces, the National Independence Medal Diamond Jubilee 25 pieces, Personal Sacrifice Medal 4 pieces, Royal Triangle Medal 1 piece, and Long Service Gold 30 years plus for the police 3 pieces. Award of the Masaba Star Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the Masaba Star Medal is awarded to Defense Forces personnel under the same circumstances described in the award of the Kabalega Medal, but where the gallantry is not as conspicuous as in the Kabalega Medal. And the 2 awardees who have been duly approved are Resistance Officer number 03289, Colonel Retired Charles Patrick Okello Engola Machodrong. May his soul rest in peace. The widow Joyce Okello Engola will receive the medal on the late's behalf, who joined the Uganda National Liberation Army in 1980, rising through the rank and file, and was commissioned the rank of lieutenant in 1984. He later served as State Minister for Defense and Minister for State for Labor and Industrial Relations, the post he held up to the time of his demise. While still in uniform, he served in artillery with dedication, professionalism, passion, and excellent ethics as follows: 1 Artillery Regiment Division, Lubiri; 2 Artillery Regiment, Mbarara; Regiment Admin Officer, Operation Training Officer, and as Battery Commander. His expertise enabled him to command artillery pieces, later during Operation Safe Haven, excelling in operations, hence earning him memorable state as a warrior with a revolutionary spirit who was able to seize the operational initiative and dominate the battle space in northern Uganda, where he conducted successful counter-insurgency operations against the Lord's Resistance Army. His daring sacrifices pacified his area of responsibility and enabled Wananchi to return to their homes to light fire and cook food. This earned him the benevolent nickname of Machodrog and made him both a living legend and a darling of the people. Next is Resistance Officer number 08082, Brigadier General Abdul Rugmayo, who joined the National Resistance Army UPDF on 20th July 1988 to date. On 2nd September 2002, he was among those who were captured in the crossfire of an enemy ambush and mortar bombardment at Bobi in northern Uganda, whereby he put himself into a line of withering enemy fire as he maneuvered to effectively respond to the fire but was injured in the process and declared dead. It was after being flown to Gulu that it was discovered that he was still alive. Brigadier General Abdul and others were once again attacked by a suicide bomber and was critically injured while serving under Battle Group 2 on 4th September 2009 at the base camp Mogadishu, Somalia. Throughout his career, he has sacrificed his life to serve diligently in all security operations by exhibiting the finest traditions of military service, devotion, and resolve to duty. Award of the Nalubale Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001, as amended, the Nalubale Medal is awarded to all civilian activists who have contributed towards the political development of Uganda, either through armed struggle or civil disobedience and otherwise, right from colonial times to date. The 16 awardees who have been duly approved are Mr. Hatib Ramazan, Mr. Seguya Matayo, may his soul rest in peace, Miss Impirire Flavia, Mr. Wycliffe Matsiko, Mr. Jonathan Katebarire, Mr. Apollo Lutagatsa, Reverend Tukamuhabwa Charles, Lieutenant Odoi Chwale, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Chofatogabie Nabzana Charles, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Sali George William, Mr. Nakana Israel, Mr. Mpina Livingstone, Miss Kabadaki Zebia, Miss Kabibwa William, Mr. Miemeire Juvenal, may his soul rest in peace, and last but not least in this category, Mr. Muwonge Matia. Award of the 60th National Independence Medal, Diamond Jubilee. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001, as amended, the 60th National Independence Medal, Diamond Jubilee, is awarded to a person in recognition of outstanding service and loyalty to the country from 9th October 1962 up to 9th October 2022. And the 25 awardees who have been duly approved are Lieutenant Retired Luyiga Specioza Wamala, Mr. Mwerango Joseph Kawesi, Lieutenant Retired Lubawa Charles Clay, Mr. Chiveru George Willington, Mr. Judith Aya, wrong, Miss Judith Aya, may her soul rest in peace, Mr. Ogole James Michael, Mr. Erisma Omoding, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Mutiaba Patrick, Resistance Officer number 10686, Major Winston Agaba, Resistance Officer number 10952, Major Sebastian Chombe, Resistance Officer number 11381, Major Patrick Okema, Resistance Amen number 145917, Warrant Officer Class 1 Bahwere Hassan, Senior Superintendent of Police Kwerit Christopher, number 31068 Sergeant Wile Bernard, PM 439, Richard Muyombia, Assistant Superintendent of Prisons. PA 330, Patrick William Awanyi, Superintendent of Prisons. PO 726, Ochoke Lawrence, Superintendent of Prisons. PE 75, retired Ejoku Boniface, Superintendent of Prisons. PN 301, Nzunzu James, Assistant Superintendent of Prisons. PW 138, Walakila James, Assistant Superintendent of Prisons. PO 557, Charles Ochela, Assistant Superintendent of Prisons. May his soul rest in peace. PA 362, Fred Anguria, retired Principal Officer Class 1. Number 6313, Chief Warder Grade 1, Okua Paita. Number 6776, Chief Warder Grade 3, Achol Alex. Number 6201, Chief Warder Grade 3, Olet Patrick. Now, the award of the Personal Sacrifice Medal, Uganda Police Force. Pursuant to Section 3, Second Schedule, Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the Personal Sacrifice Medal is awarded to police officers who have been wounded or killed in the life of duty. And the 4 awardees who have been duly approved are Assistant Inspector General of Police, Ediegu Richard, who joined the Uganda Police Force in 1987 as a cadet assistant superintendent of police. He has served in different areas under different capacities. As Inspector General of Police, Ediegu Richard is currently the Director of Logistics and Engineering in the Uganda Police Force. In 1994, the officer who deployed as District Police Commander, Ginger Road, had a serious encounter with armed robbers along Gaba Road and was seriously injured. He recovered a gun from the robbers, and this intervention reduced on the robberies in the area. And later in 1998, while serving as DPC Kasese District, he got severely injured when he stepped on a landmine device set up by the Allied Democratic Forces in Kasese, Western Uganda. The officer lost one of his legs in the incident, hence highly deserving the Personal Sacrifice Medal. Second on the list is Commissioner of Police Alalo Christine. May her soul rest in peace. Alalo Christine joined the police force in 2001 as a cadet assistant superintendent of police. She worked in different areas in police, notably human resource and administration, head child and family protection department. Commissioner of Police Alalo Christine died on 10th March 2019 in a plane crash en route to Nairobi from Ethiopia. She was among the 157 people on board Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302. Next is Detective Inspector of Police Alex Wagaluka. May his soul rest in peace. Next is Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Rego David Mhozi. May his soul rest in peace. Right Honorable Prime Minister, next category is the award of the Luelo Triangle Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the Luelo Triangle Medal is awarded to any person, military or civilian, who either joined the struggle or operated closely with armed freedom fighters against dictatorships in Uganda from 1981 to 1986. And the one awardee who has been duly approved is none other than Captain Jingo Habib. The next category is the award of the long service with good conduct, gold, 30 years plus police medal. Pursuant to Section 3, second schedule part 2 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the long service with good conduct gold 30 years plus medal is awarded to officers with long service years with a clean and uninterrupted service to the force. The three awardees who have been duly approved are Assistant Inspector General of Police Byakagaba Abbas, who joined the Uganda Police Force on 11th March 1989 as a cadet Assistant Superintendent of Police and has risen through ranks to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police, which he is at as of present. The next is Assistant Inspector General of Police Ndungse John Ngaruye, who joined the Uganda Police Force on 1st July 1987 as a probationer police constable and has risen through ranks to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police, which he is at as of present. Last but not least in this category is Assistant Inspector of Police Kabagenyi Naume, who joined the police force on 2nd January 1983 as a probationer police constable. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I am done with my presentation. I do thank you for your attention for God and my country.
Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for the award of medals. I would like to request you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, to allow us to present just 2 items of entertainment. We are not going to present anymore, but 2. One of them is Kasala Girls Primary School. They are our hosts. Those are the children from here. And then we shall have Rutamaguzi Memorial High School. There are 2 items. Please allow us to present them.
Wa kwanza tena mkuu, umefanya kazi nyingi sana, asante sana. President wa Fowey kwa Mayo Eli Museveni, tuwaniliza owe chitiwa
the only boy who is there. It's only one boy.
Only one boy. Okay, they said for the boy, all of them now.
Ewa chinga cheta kisa kufange chigendere chikulu